Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me for this important Kisan Parliament. Though the whole nation is now discussing this issue, and even our Supreme Court is also deliberating on this issue. And it is a good idea that a special session of our Parliament to be convened to discuss exclusively on this farmers' distress. And our party is supporting that idea and while extending our solidarity to the fighting farmers. And in fact, the issue of the farmers, the agony which they are now facing, they had been discussing since long, even before uh, submitting this ordinance to the parliament. And I'm happy that Mr. Sainaji is presiding this session and his write-ups, his articles, etc., become engine for our this farmers movement across the country, no doubt at all. And of course, I met the fighting farmers at Singhu border and Ghazipur border, and I participated the struggle, and I spoke also at Singhu border on behalf of our Kisan organization, and I met some of the leaders. And I was astonished to see their determination and the enthusiasm of the members of the farmers family for participating in such a fantastic strike. And rather they have taken it as their it is a strike for their survival. So I think that it is the responsibility of the civil society to stand with them, and because after all everybody knows they are the real annadada of our country. So whenever they are in crisis, that means the country is in crisis. It is also a fact that earlier the major chunk of our GDP comes from agriculture only. Now the government is now projecting the reports that the proportion from GDP from agriculture is lesser than industry and service economy, etc. But they didn't add the value-added products come from agriculture products that they never put in into the part of agriculture activities. And the other side also this animal husbandry and etc also never been considered. So there is a concerted effort that to camouflage or suppress the real income or the real contribution from the farming sector to our country. So I think that there also the civil society organization have to interfere, and we have to educate the people or make awareness that this is the real picture. And the issue which these farmers are raising, it is not, I don't think that it is only for these three laws. And of course, these three laws are draconian, not of at all. And if the farmers are agitating against these laws, that means the farmers don't need these laws. So it is the government's responsibility. If it is a responsive government, or it is a responsive government, then they have to repeal these laws. If the farmers are saying that no, we don't need the freedom which you are talking about through your monkey bath and whatever source, and this the big letter which the agriculture ministry has wrote to the nation and the farmers, that this is these are the laws meant for your freedom, for selling your produces, your economic freedom, and etc. etc. So, but the farmers says no, we don't need such freedom. But you mean that what type of freedom? The only thing is that ये जो सिर दर्द का इलाज तो सिर काट के फेंकना तो नहीं है. If you have a headache, you have to diagnose what is the problem. Then you treat. Instead of that, chopping of head is not the solution, or it is not the treatment. So whatever the lacuna or amenities prevailing in this APMC or the Mandi system, then you have to address the system equally and discuss with the people, those who are concerned. There are farmers organization, there are Mandi organization. They discuss with them and settle the issue. Regarding this MSP also, they are asking that if you legalize MSP, let the state government. So it is a state matter. Let them decide. The agriculture produces comes through different states, through different climatic condition, different food habits. These are all the part and parcel of agriculture production. So let the state also decide what will be the MSP for rice, what will be the MSP for paddy, and there is no uniform
Vaibhav,
rate.
are you out?
Kerala is giving more than 26 rupees per kg rice, then you are not getting this much of money in Bihar or in Madhya Pradesh. And now, earlier Punjab was number one in the wheat production. Now Madhya Pradesh has become number one in wheat production. So all these statistics shows that each state government has its own stake to say about MSP and all. So let them decide, and it must be legalized that there must be an MSP, and nobody have the right to purchase these agriculture produces less than this MSP. So these are the minimum things that the farmers are asking. Secondly, for what purpose you have amended this Essential Commodities Act, and for what purpose this bill has been brought, and why this bill has been enacted? It is to stop black marketing, hoarding, and if you legalize hoarding and black marketing, automatically the prices will go up. And anyway, the farmers will not be benefited out of this hoarding and black market. It is the middleman. It is the corporates, those who are already in the picture. Already they are procuring the thing, producers. They will be benefited, not the farmers, not the consumers. So you have some sort of alienation, or you have now hell-bent to satiate the interest of the corporates with those who supported you, those who are supporting you. It is not in favor of the farmers. So these the issues which the farmers are raising. It is a genuine issues. There is no doubt at all. And the political parties across their ideology or whatever may be the color of their flags and etc., they should also come forward. And at the same time, it has nothing to do with what the government is talking about, that there are people, they are anti-national and they are Khalistanis, all this. This is the way they have to divide the struggling, the movements. Whenever such type of movement, whether it is a farmers movement or it is a movement for citizenship, whether it is a movement for youth rights, whether it is a movement for women rights, whatever the movement comes up, then this is the easy way to destabilize the movement, that they are all anti-nationals. They belongs to this group, they belongs to that group and all. So this has to be thought with, and of course the civil society and the political parties have a major role to play in extending their support to the agitating farmers. And after all, it is not for the farmers, it is for the survival of our country. So of course the All India Forward Bloc and its farmers organization and its other mass organizations also definitely is with the struggling farmers, and we will be there. And whatever the resolutions, whatever the action programs, whatever the movement which we are throwing up and which we are unleashing in different ways, and we will also be there. And I once again I extend our entire support and solidarity for this movement. Thank you very much.